In round one of AFC, Team Hobie and Team Mercury went head-to-head on a challenging day on Port Curtis in Gladstone, Queensland. Strong winds and elusive Bream made anglers fight hard for every fish, with Mercury getting their bag and the win. Hobie took out biggest fish with their one catch. Today, Gladstone is a picture. Team BCF is Steve Gill and Heath Blakey. Two AFC newbies with a huge task in front of them today. They face Russell Babacule and Warren Carter in Team Mercury. Team Mercury are the unbackable favourite that every team's gunning for.
Team Mercury, Team BCF. Your finish time is 11:15. You will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. We'll get this all working over. Gladstone has really turned it on today. We have gorgeous conditions here. Blue skies, light winds. Our first stop is with Team Mercury. Once again, they are back at Rat Island, the spot that was very kind to them in the first day. They're hoping they're going to find the action that they got previously.
Give a little topwater a go. It's a lot calmer here today, so it might be able to stir them up.
One thing that Russell and I were very impressed with was when we first rolled up in the morning, just how clear the water was, and purely that was just a change in the wind, not blowing so hard and stirring the bottom up. So we were highly confident.
Yep. Little puppy. Oh, you reckon he'll go? Maybe just under.
On my fourth cast, I've got a undersized fish at 24 centimetres, so we're really in tune.
With world-class anglers coming from the US and Japan to compete with Australia's finest, AFC is the pinnacle of fishing around the world. Just north of Australia's famous Fraser Coast lies Port Curtis, our Bream Arena, a massive shallow bay protected by Facing Island to the northeast. Many small islands inside the bay are surrounded by small coral reefs and home to many species of fish. Our quarry today is both yellowfin and pikey bream. Anglers will have to manage fast-running tides, strong winds and rocky outcrops to triumph over these testing conditions.
That'll do there for a bit.
Righto.
We decided to start around turtle because our goal was to try and nab onto a couple of sneaky pikeys early and hopefully a couple of bigger fish, and then maybe sneak down the front with that rising tide in around the more reefy island areas.
Oh.
Oh, he's on again. Oh, you bastard.
Once we started fishing, we realised there was very minimal flow in the area and really needed that water to push up on those rocks and create those little pressure points and push the bait into certain areas.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Oh, that's a better one.
Get him up, boys, get him up.
Prick me.
Might be a cod. He'll swim out if it's a bream. Still feel like he's
still
on.
there, still there. Yep, he's out.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Parrotfish.
That's what you call going back home and cleaning out your hardware. There was no flow. We could see the fish, and the fish were very flighty.
The sea bream's shooting off here everywhere.
Yep. Big fish.
That's not a bream.
No, it's not either. Spanish flag. If you don't enjoy eating these things, You're mad, but I tell you what, one of the best baits for Spanish mackerel as a live bait.
It was a little bit different with wind and tide and things, and we just didn't get those bites we expected. So we went down to our plan B and fished around some really reefy area.
God, it looks good here. Oh,
It hit me line.
what was it?
Oh, that
Yeah,
just
it's gone.
snapped me off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's another turtle out there, but that wasn't a bream.
The size of the thing.
I'd like to catch a bream-eating turtle. I mean, a turtle-eating, yeah, a turtle-eating bream, I mean. That's what I'm after. If you can smash that thing. That was a big one, that. Had a head like that on it.
Oh, be silver. Nah. Oh, there's your cod. Great.
Good for nothing, but looking pretty.
We're plagued with bycatch today, and I think that was due to the water clarity. I wouldn't even like to guess how many different types of species of fish that are living in that area.
That's a something fish.
Yeah.
Moses perch.
Moses perch. Yep.
Is it bream?
Yep. Oh, you're kidding me. Fair dinkum. Charlie
Dirty.
saw the silver and I've gone, yes. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't start throwing lures till late 20s. I think I beat down 37 to 35 on flathead in a couple of hours, and after that day, I was addicted straight away. I've never been to Gladstone before, and it's a great place. The waterway's very picturesque. It's got a little bit of everything. I absolutely love chasing bream. I've lived in Northern Territory chasing barra for a year up there, and it was awesome to catch some big barra, but at the same time, somehow I still missed chasing these tiny little fish. And I think it's just how elusive they are. You get a weather system or a weather pattern come through and they change their minds or they want to chew on something else, and you've got to start the whole process again of finding them. Yeah, it just never stops. Every day's a new adventure.
We've just caught up with Team BCF. They've just moved to Fascia Island after fishing at Turtle Island for the first hour and a half of this session.
Oh, I just missed one. Bugger.
Two, did you?
Oh, yeah, I was lifting up and it came up and whacked me and just didn't hook up. Felt all right too. Flash.
Saw the flash.
Yeah.
So far, we haven't seen any bream caught. A lot of bycatch, however. Hopefully that first bream is not going to be too far away.
One fish could be all it's going to take. What'd that little one of yours go this morning?
24.
Oh, 1 centimetre.
Yeah, basically today, with the glassed out conditions, we're both cranking, both with heavy leader. So we decided to downscale.
See how we're getting the big ones to bite in last year's series, just the unweighted shrimp again. So it's probably a perfect area for it. It's just a little bit dirty yesterday. So we'll give that a go.
Yeah, tie a 4-pound leader, I think.
Yep, that's a bream. You.
Well done, that's going to go too.
Here we go.
I think they might have got one. I heard something.
Yeah, I heard something then too.
I hope they didn't.
Oh, that's a relief.
Mate. Cuddle this thing, nurse it, cuddle it.
Caress it. Could be very valuable.
It's gold, that. Rounding up, the 26 fork.
1 out of 5, 26 centimetre, 400 grams.
Thought they must have got one. That's a bugger.
We kept our spirits up all day, talking to each other. You know, any bit of news or knowledge that come into our minds, we tried to relay it to each other. What about, I'll try that can for a second, eh? It's just a shallowy, only goes that far down.
Yeah.
I like to fish that way. I like to talk out loud and, you know, turn maybe thoughts into a bit of inspiration.
Yeah, you can sort of get a bit of a drift coming through a few of these, you know what I mean? If we can sort of miss everything, we're lucky enough to get the flow.
Yep. It's not a bream, it's a stupid trevally.
Oh, yep. Yep. Oh.
You on?
Oh, he got me.
Yeah, kegger! Yeah! Oh, no!
I just got bricked too. Yeah, go over.
Go over.
I think he's on too.
Whoa, whoa. Go out of gear. No, put it down.
Is that power pole down, is it?
Oh, yeah, it is too.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's all right.
That's better.
Go over a bit more. Go back. Go out of gear. Nah, he's gone.
We've just seen our two teams come head to head. Up to now, things have been very quiet, and this has largely been because there hasn't been any title run. However, just like flicking a switch, the tide started to move and the guys are starting to catch fish. Things are going to get really exciting.
In the early days, I spent a lot of time fishing, particularly in my late teens through my early 20s. I probably would have fished 5-6 days a week. I still do a lot of fishing back home, chasing snapper and gummy sharks and mulloway. I do certainly like to mix my fishing up, but particularly inside a tournament, the bream fishing is very challenging. You're going up against a lot of the best anglers from right around Australia, and I just like to run with the best. I've got a lot of faith and a lot of confidence in Russell. He's got a lot of strengths that I don't have, and I know I've got strengths that he wouldn't have. And, you know, maybe one day we might see some of those strengths that I might have that he don't have.
There's 2 fish there. Just in that hole there, underneath those guards.
Definitely pushing around in there. Oh, far out, that was a decent bream.
Saw that.
Jeez, he's sorting after it. There he is. Oh, mother.
Yeah, I'm pulling out a surface lure. It's a walk the dog lure. Just thought I might walk across the top of those rocks and weeds over there and see if I can get a fish, just come up and have a sniff of it. It's a bit hard with the crankbaits. You get them down there and you're getting hooked on the weed and the rock all the time, so this may be a little bit better application for this spot.
Yep, I'm on.
It'll be another trevally.
Bream.
Yeah.
Not big enough though.
Puppy.
Puppy, fair dinkum.
That could be a bream. Oh, that was a bream, I reckon. Had those. This is where they're sitting. In this current. Yeah.
Hook up again.
Yeah. Those little fellas. There'll be bigger ones in there. Ooh. Give him a quick measure. I think he'll be the same size as before.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, he's 2. It's only 25 tip, isn't it?
25 tip. Look at that.
Lovely. Measure that. I think he's a little bit bigger even.
Oh, look at that.
Same one. Exactly the same.
25.
Obviously the fish were just holding there. There was certainly a patch.
Mercury, second fish out of 5, 23 centimetres, 275 grams. Mercury 3 for 5, 23 centimetres, another 275 grammer.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big bream.
Oh, good fish.
That's a better one. Come on. Yeah. It's not a big bream, but it's a better bream.
Rounding up, it's 27 and a half, so it's going to be 28. Oh, that's gold, mate.
Didn't worry me too much here because we saw them catch the fish. They were that close that, you know, we saw the net come out and this and that, and I went, we'll be getting a text in a minute.
Team Mercury, 4 for 5, 28 centimetre, 500 gram.
But we were busy fishing too. I mean, you don't sit there and watch another boat. That's not what you're there for. Yep. It's rubbish, I think. Got off. Yep. Oh, you're joking.
We're just about to enter the blackout and both teams are fishing only metres apart from each other. Team Mercury is sitting on 4 fish while Team BCF are still yet to catch their first fish for the day. With only an hour to go, BCF have a heap of work to do if they want to get back in this match.
Where's our little patch? They got them in about bloody 20 minutes, the buggers. We need ours.
Look, I keep my spirits up through the day. You know, in this game, you just can't give in. So you've just got to, just keep going through old stories in your mind and just keep on that upper level. I think that's the best way to go about it when times get tough, because you never know when that bite's going to happen. And as I said, 5 casts for 5 fish can happen.
Oh, yep. That's a good fish too, I think. Get away, get away, get away. He's not that good, but he's definitely legal.
Yee-hoo! 29 tip, 26 fork.
Once we found those fish, they seemed to get excited and they were obviously holding in key areas, waiting for bait. And as soon as you caught one and catch another one, and it just always came in numbers.
There's one.
Yeah,
No, it's a good.
got him.
That's a Bream.
Oh, yes. 2 upgrades, mate.
2 upgrades.
The Fraser Coast region is the gateway to the best and most diverse fishing on the east coast of Australia. The World Heritage listed Fraser Island and its surrounds have been the ultimate family holiday destination in Australia for years. Our host city of Gladstone sits 100 miles to the north of the Fraser Coast, on the southern tip of the Great Barrier Reef. Gladstone is a coastal town with 2 distinct personalities. At first glance, we see a busy port providing a link between Asia and Australia. Look again and you'll see a huge range of natural wonders ready and waiting to be explored. The tropical islands of Heron and Lady Musgrove are must-visit places to experience the Great Barrier Reef. On the mainland, casual walkers or serious hikers can choose from hundreds of trails through spectacular mountain ranges. Its pristine beaches woo surfers with secluded breaks along the coast. If all this sounds too energetic, relax on the white sand beaches and just enjoy the sun. Gladstone's got it all. Fishing offshore, you'll find marlin, mackerel and tuna, while on land there's the iconic Bass to Barramundi Trail, which includes Gladstone and nearby Lake Kanya and the mighty Lake Awunga.
Oh dear, not looking good for us.
Since the blackouts kicked in, Team Mercury have really put their foot on the gas, catching 3 fish in quick succession. They have all but shut the door on Team BCF.
Oh, that's a good head shakes. That's a Bream. This is just another little one doing his little head shakes that they do. It's probably another trevally. Nah, that's a big Bream. That's a better Bream. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up.
Yeah, boy, baby, that's what we're after. Rusty, rusty, rusty.
That is fat too.
That's 31 fork.
Yeah. Here. Yep. That's a cod or something.
He's back. Yep. It's a better one. Oh, that's a better one.
Babs is on again. No way.
Net. Oh, that's a much better one. If it's a Bream. No, it's not. It's a bloody trevally again.
Look at that.
That's it, guys. That's the end of the session.
I'm on. I'm snagged.
BCF and AFC are giving you and a friend the chance to win the ultimate fishing road trip. The winners will retrace the journey AFC anglers took in Series 10, chasing Bream in Gladstone, bass in Bundaberg and Barra in Mackay. You'll fish for 4 hours at each location. How will you measure up against the AFC pros? To enter, visit bcf.com.au or head into a BCF store for further information and Australia's best range of fishing gear.
Anglers, you have all performed incredibly well to make it here to AFC. Unfortunately, there can only be one winning team. Team BCF, our newest debutants to AFC, you had a less than ideal start to your AFC experience, catching no fish for the session. Team Mercury, two of our most experienced anglers, you had a great day out there on Gladstone, catching over 10 fish for the session. In addition to that, you had a host of bycatch. The standout bream that you had in your bag today is the event Big Bream, with an estimated weight of 650 grams. Its actual weight was 620 grams. Your 5 fish had an estimated weight of 2.35 kilos. Its actual weight was 2.22 kilos, which makes you the champions of AFC match number 2.
What's up, boys?
Thanks, girl.
The juggernaut that is Team Mercury storms on with a resounding win, getting all the 12 points with the win and the biggest bream. Our BCF rookies remain on 0 after not landing a scoring fish.
And don't forget to tune in next time from Gladstone as we have match 3 of AFC with Team BCF doing battle with Team Hobie.
The big bream that I caught in match 2 was out on the northern side of Rat Island. I switched back to the 3-inch Emerald Shiner Berkeley Gulp Minnow, 1/24th nitro jig head on a 4-pound leader, 6-pound Berkeley Nenafil. I went to the Abu Garcia Vanguard 7'3", 3 to 4 kilo, matched that to a Revo inshore 3000 reel.